Ready now.
Yes.
Ramesh, just one request. Can you start your video?
Yes. Why not? Let me know if you are able to see.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so let's start. So, can you just give me brief about your experience, the technical skill sets, and how you are going to rate yourself in .NET Core, Angular, and Azure?
Okay. Yeah. I have around, as discussed in the morning, I have 9.8 years of experience in .NET technologies since my career starting, and I do have experience on ASP.NET, ASP.NET MVC, and .NET Core, and I do have experience on the databases SQL Server as well as MongoDB. I do have exposure on like Azure technologies as well as AWS. Like based on the, I am the part of the Center of Excellence team. We do have the doing the POCs with the different projects, different problem statements, and I do have I am comfortable with the Angular 6.0 and HTML and Razor syntax in the current application. And I presently my role is a team lead, and I am as well as doing the some POCs along with the contribution with the team members. And coming to the ratings wise in MVC core, out of 5 I will give a 4, and Angular I can give a 3.5 out of 5, and Azure as well as 3.5 out of 5. Jitesh.
Or you are rating three, right?
Sorry,
3.5.
3.5. Yes.
And yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Can you give me more about your qualification?
Yeah. I am from MCA from Acharya Nagarjuna University, and I am the class topper for all the semester. And it's in my degree is at BCom Computers, BSc Computer Science, which is from Hindu College Guntur. All the educations are completed from the Guntur in AP.
South year MCA?
2012.
Plus.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes. 2012 March.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's start now.
Mm-hmm.
So in Azure, how much you are going to rate?
3.5 out
Three
of
and a
5.
half.
Yes.
Can you just give me what services you have used in now in Azure?
Okay. Yeah, I have used in Azure Functions. We are using like a different Azure Functions from the binding the like different ways to handle that queues to storage, and from the table storage and the HTTP triggers. And if you want to perform on the cron expression, I will go with the Azure Functions. And I do have exposure on load balancing, which is to make an application. And I do have work with the Azure App Services with the ADFS authentication, AD connectivities, and I do have exposure on Azure Key Vault to make to save our secret information in the key vaults, and I have exposure on Azure Insights, App Insight, which is used to store our the request information to check. What is the performance wise and what is the exception is happening kind of thing, App Insight. And coming to that storage also, I do have exposure on Azure Block Storage to save our invoice data like PDF format, table storage, block storage, queue storage, and all
So
things.
in Azure, you have how many years of experience?
2 years.
2 years. In Angular?
2 years.
Angular 6, you have mentioned 2 years.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
In .NET Core?
.NET Core 2 years.
Let's start with Angular.
Okay.
So can you just give me what are the core building blocks for any Angular framework? Let's, as you have worked in Angular 6,
Mm-hmm.
We won't to Angular JS or Angular 2 or till 4
Okay.
or 5.
Mhm.
Just share me what are the blocks you have worked or what are the building block for Angular.
Yeah, building block for Angular is a component level. Like everything is in a component. All this component can be built at a client side, and we can use that servers. We can use the services by using injectable. We can connect with the different APIs to get the data and to perform that all the validations using the validator method. We have the inbuilt validator. If you want to perform some validation, custom validations also we can able to achieve it. I do have working with the guards to perform the guards to activate that one component to other component, or to stop that navigation while we are doing the routing. These are all the concept which I worked in the Angular 6, like data transferring from the parent component to child component, and doing the it's a module based application. We can divide that entire application into different modules. Each module is having the segregation as like as an MVC.
Okay. So what is the role of module in Angular?
Yeah, module is the responsibility between the views and component, is an intermediate between the views and component.
Can you just give me what is the command use or the keyword use for modules in Angular?
Yeah, ng generate module name.
Okay. And what is a router in Angular?
Yeah, a router which we want to navigation. We want to define the links with the, say, in a single module. I want to navigate from one page to other pages. The router module will work. The basically we have to follow the some steps, like we need to define the router outlet, and we need to define the base href slash in the index.html page, and we have to define the routes in a particular module. If you want to define the links, right, we need to define the, if I click the user, if the user clicks on the page, what is the navigation it has to perform. We need to define those into the routes configurations, like route constants. Those we need to define into the route module. We have to import it into the route module. If we have the those are available in route module, we can able to use all the components in a particular module.
Okay. So consider a scenario.
Mm-hmm.
There is a fresh project is going to start,
Mm-hmm.
and based on feasibility study,
Mm-hmm.
the technology it said is Angular, .NET Core, and SQL.
Mm-hmm.
Now there is nothing into the system,
Mm-hmm.
and you need to work on Angular.
Okay.
What is your first? What you will do?
Jitesh, can you, your voice is a bit low. Can you check in our
Yes.
mic? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it
So
is
I'm
fine.
repeating the question.
Yeah.
Now there is a fresh system. There is nothing installed,
Mm-hmm.
and in a project you are supposed to use Angular, .NET Core, and SQL Server.
Okay.
How you are going to proceed with Angular? What you will do?
First of all, I need to divide that the functionality into that module wise. That like in
Yes.
the
Okay, you are right.
Mhm.
You are right. I'm saying now you there is a fresh system, and you need to use Angular, but
Mhm.
Angular is not available in the system.
Yeah. Okay.
You need to install it, right?
Yes. Yes.
So I got your point. What you are saying is right. So how you are going to install Angular?
By using a node package manager, we have to install what is the latest version, or what is the version we need to supposed to work. I need to install the node package manager by using the command line. I need to install the node packages. I need to open the command line tool to install the or the whatever the modules for Angular CLI, Angular project.
Okay. Now say you have installed Angular, you have created some templates.
Okay.
You know what is the use of templates,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay. Can you just give me one-liner answer?
Yeah.
Templates in
Yeah, templates. We want to define a one. If we want to execute one block of code by using conditional statements like conditional directives. In this case, I will define one user-defined template based on the 2 to 3 templates. I will provide that the condition. Based on the condition, I want to display the whatever the content under the template. It's a block of container, I can say.
It's a kind of the within a view, like in MVC, there is a view. Templates are playing the role of view. You mean to say?
It's a div. A div, I can say. Yeah.
Yeah. So other view or
yes, div.
It's a kind of view.
Yes.
Okay. Now next question. Now you have read some input. You are displaying it into the template, or you can say it as a div. Okay. Your present project is a ERP project for airline, right?
Yes.
So now some input you have received from customer who are going to book the tickets.
Okay.
Now you want to pass it to the database. Okay. From Angular to database.
Okay.
You have already read the input in Angular.
Okay.
You've done all the data bindings, template, everything is done.
Okay. I will define now one service.
Next is customer name, date of booking, customer name, then the type of booking it is, and the amount. You need to pass it to the database. Okay. Okay. So what you will do?
Yeah. Here we have to do in the 2 steps. In the client side, in the Angular side, I have to define one custom table, a custom interface to pass the data from the Angular to the service which I need to prepare. The service has to be in the post or put. I have to implement the service to handle the data by using the HTTP client from Angular to our API call, and I will do that some validation. Maybe validation I can check in the Angular side. I may be checking that high level validation in web API side.
Validation is done. You hold your information in interface. When you say interface, one model is there,
yes.
Angular model,
yes.
which is holding all the information.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Now you need to pass that model to the servers.
Yeah.
Because Angular is not directly communicating with the database.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. I have to define one API to accept that input, and in the API side, I will write some post method by using a web API or .NET Core APIs with.
So you are going to call use REST services, and you will use post call, right?
Yes. Post or patch depend on the requirement.
Yes, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So next question is where you will write. There are different files available within Angular, right? Yeah. There is a model, there is a template, there is a HTML files or CSS, whatever it is.
I will.
So where you are going to write this code, where the code is going to invoke your server-side code from Angular.
Yeah, I want to write these things into the one HTTP service, custom service. I will use that HTTP module to provide all the get, put, post, delete method implementation based on the generic type, and I will pass the header information if it is an authentication is required in a common block of code in a like in TypeScript, right? I will implement the services by using the service. I will inject that service into the component, and I will use that services to post or patch the data from the component to API.
Okay. Cool. Now let's move to the .NET Core side.
Okay.
So can you just give me what are the advantage of .NET Core as compared to .NET?
Yeah,
so what are the features you are aware of?
Okay.
Maybe you have not used all, but what you are aware of with the .NET Core?
Yeah, basically the .NET Core is a modular based application, and each thing is in a separate. It's a very easy, like it's a kind of multiple like cross platform support. If you develop that application in .NET Core, it can be hosted into the by using the kernel. We can host this one into the IIS. We can host that like a Windows application. We can host that Linux application based on the kernel support. The default .NET application will support the kernel. It will also support that self-hosting as well as if you want to host the multiple applications in is line by line, it is also possible by using the .NET Core with the different versions. And it is by default it will support that CLI tools which will make using of the CLI tools to run an application, to create an application.
What is middleware in .NET Core?
Middleware, I can say like it's an handler which will check that whether the request can be processed by the current hand like current middleware, or it will process the next middleware in a request pipeline.
So is it sequential execution in .NET Core whenever any request arrived?
Yes,
or,
yes.
What is
It has to be sequential. It has to pass all the middlewares in an order. Otherwise, it will behave the application differently if you are putting an order of the middlewares.
So how you are going to achieve dependency injection?
Yeah, in .NET Core default, it will support the dependency injection by using iService collection. It will take care of all the dependency injection and the life cycle of an object. We can inject whatever the scopes whatever the types we required as in terms of interface. We can use this interfaces. It will create an object based on the types whenever we are injecting in a controller level in MVC Core.
So in .NET Core, what is the starting file? You know that when you are writing the code in C, right?
Yes.
From then it is started. Now in .NET Core, which is a starting file where you are writing the code?
Yeah, program.cs is the starting point, and startup.cs is the starting the file which will we have to configure of all the middlewares, and we have to injecting of all the services into the container. From that place onwards, the execution flow will work.
Okay. And what is service lifetime in .NET Core?
Yeah, we have the three ways. One is singleton, transient, and per request.
Okay. And what is the use of Kestrel?
Yeah, Kestrel is a cross-platform web server. It is a lightweight web server. By default, .NET Core will come. This Kestrel web server will come. All the default .NET application will run into the Kestrel. Because of this one, we can host that application into the different voices. It's a kind of interface facing server, as well as sometimes it will be treated as a proxy server. The request will come to that other servers, and it will redirect to the Kestrel. Kestrel will respond it, and it will send the response to the clients.
If you want to perform bundling and unification, you must be aware of we have this thing in MVC, right? To achieve in ASP.NET Core, what you will do?
I think we have to use that some middlewares to perform that operations. I haven't used in .NET Core.
And where you are going now in any project, when you are working with the use of some static data, some static files, so images are there. Okay, now you are going to place it in ASP.NET Core.
Yeah, we have to place under www.root folder, and we have to create a like image folder and script folder or whatever the folders. I will place those things, and I have to handle that concept into. I have to handle the middleware into the configure method, and I have to provide an option based on the whatever the requirements. It has to be handled by this middleware by using the star JPG or star PNG. I have to provide an option by using the provider option in the middleware.
I have a question now. You have
Jitish, again your voice is very low, Jitish.
Okay. Sorry. Now you have read all the information from Angular.
Okay.
Past it mapping. Now you have definitely considered there is a airline customer information. So customer is one of your model in Angular, which you have read the information, you are passing it using service and service injector to the .NET Core side.
Okay.
Right? However, Angular information which you are passing using REST call, you need to map it again into the .NET Core.
Yeah.
What you will use there, you need to do the mapping, right?
Yes.
Whatever the customer model in Angular, you need to create similar kind of model inside the .NET Core side.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
How you are going to map those things?
By using the model binder of the complex data types, I have to prepare the whatever the data, whatever the names, right? Whatever the names we can provide the Angular interface or the model, right? I have to prepare the same model in REST API side, and the model binder, it will automatically bind the request data. Whether it is a primitive data types, it will automatically bind. If it is a complex data type, it will. Sorry, Jitesh.
Have you used any design patterns?
Yes.
Or you can say what are the design patterns you have used?
Yeah, I have used singleton design pattern and repository design pattern, dependency injection, factory design pattern, and CQRS.
Have you used entity framework?
Yes, yes.
Are you aware of entity framework core? How it works?
Entity framework core, it is working similar kind of entity framework, but there is some more advantages are there compared to entity framework, the lower version before the 6.0.
How you are implementing APIs in .NET Core side? When I ask you implementation of API, I'm not going into the detail. Like there is a RESTful services and those are. I just want to know there is a project and the airline project is there. You need to API for customer service. Okay. Now, which is the project file you are going to use to create APIs?
By using API controller, API template I have to choose, and I will go with the API controller, and I want to choose that implement the methods which will follow the REST principles.
Okay. Coming to the SQL Server side, what are the activities you have performed till now, or what you are aware of?
Yeah.
I don't want to go into the detail. I'm not going to ask you any WH questions at around tell me procedure functions.
Okay.
That will be insult. So I don't want to go into that.
Yes.
Okay. So you just give me, okay, I have performed these activities because you have almost 10 years of experience.
Yes.
So I don't want to, create tables or create the keys inside the.
Okay. Yeah, as a technical guy, we have to focus on the performance side. I do have that experience on query optimization in SQL side, how to optimize that query if it is taking more than taking 30 minutes or 40 minutes. This optimization part I have worked. Apart from that, we do have that I have we have a POC has been done by the to like a primary and secondary replica database, and all the reports has to go to the secondary replica and make that all the DML operation has to perform on the primary instead of someone is doing operation on a primary database. It has to wait until the operation has to be completed. In this case, we have implemented one POCs to all the requests will go to the secondary database, and it will generate the report faster. And I do have exposure on the normalization process. If one of the requirement come into the picture, we have to make
Besides
that.
RDBMS, SQL Server, have you used any other databases like Oracle, Postgres?
I have working. I know that Oracle. I did not get a chance to work on it, but MongoDB. We are using one of the POCs in my organization.
No SQL.
Yeah, no SQL. Yes, no SQL.
Okay. So next point is coming to the Azure side. Your .NET Core application is ready. Okay. You have used Angular.NET Core. Now it's the time to host the .NET application, which is over on-prem. You want to deploy it over the I'm specifically talking about Azure cloud. What is the course of action you are going to perform?
Okay. Okay. First of all, I will. We do have facilities in my organization. We have used the platform as a service, and we have hosted a MVC application using the platform as a service. We do have exposure on app services to host our application MVC application into the.
Yes, your application is ready.
Okay.
Now your application is ready. It's on premises. Okay. Now you want to deploy it.
Okay.
Or cloud. What you will do? Which component you are going to use in Azure?
App services. Yeah, app services I will use, and Azure like Azure Kubernetes and Azure Container Registry for one of the microservices we did, and using the YAML file and YAML.compose file to make of all the images to run parallelly. Once the CI/CD will work from the Visual Studio, online Visual Studio CI/CD. Once we.
Now, when you say, I got your you want to deploy the application. Now your application is running successfully over on premises. You are able to go to it, it's working. Now it's the time. You need to deploy it over the cloud. And you said you are going to use the app services.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You need to use app services. Let's keep Azure Kubernetes and orchestration platform at one side. That will be the next part. Okay. How you are going to deploy it? What is the set of action when you are going to deploy it? Like let's keep aside about cloud deployment. Okay. Now you have .NET Core application or .NET application. You are going to deploy it over IIS, right? Yes. When you are using .NET Core, there is a Kestrel servers. There is a IIS concept directly attached. You are going to use Kestrel. Yes. So those are the server there where you are going to create instance of blah blah blah. Many multiple actions, right? In Azure side, what you are going to do? I want to choose if it is an app service, I want to choose the app service plan and what are the versions we need to support it for that hosting an application. And if it is a database, how to connect the configurations from particular app service, how to check that app inside, how the application is performing after the hosting that application. In the app services, we have the slots, right? We can use the UAT, QA slots, UAT slot, and I will check that before hosting the final production. I will check the QA slot and UAT slot, and I will, if it is working fine, and I will move that slots in from to the production slot. Coming to your application, airline is your present application. Yes. Right? Yes. So you have mentioned functional modules. Which functional module you are aware of? Till now, what are the different functional modules of ERP you have engaged in? I have the 4.5, right? I have know all the in and out of the every module, and I have I do have the involvement of all the modules from starting the purchase order to invoicing part. So, I just want a name. So which modules you are aware of ERP? Yeah, dispatch module. There are 12 modules. Yes. There are 12 core modules. Okay. So which module you have worked? I don't want all one. I just want, okay, I have worked on this module. Okay. Because no one is a perfect. No one is going to work on each and every module. Okay. I'm perfect. I'm perfect on invoicing module, and I do have that exposure on purchase order module, purchase orders and PO creations and invoicing to the vendors. So basically, you have worked on purchase order as well as invoicing module. Each country is having the different invoicing, right? The formula might be different, and the VAT is different, and taxes are different. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's it from my side. You have any question? Can I expect what are the technologies you are expecting from the candidate? Is it is developer role, or it's a kind of? Yeah, we are looking for technical candidate who have hands-on experience and .NET Core, and Azure will be added advantage.
Okay.
And secure.
Okay.
So this is a new opportunities, and we are looking for technical candidates who are experts. And as a full stack engineer, they are able to work on multiple technologies as required.
Okay. Yeah. No problem.
So the last questions I want to know, I missed out. Mm-hmm. You're bringing almost 10 years of experience.
Yes.
10 years, but around 8.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes, 9.8. Yeah.
Your certification till now?
Sorry, your voice is breaking again.
Did you done any certification?
Yeah, I'm going with the Azure 303 certification in next couple of months. I have the roadmap and I will try to complete it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you just, because inside your CV, I can't see there.
The last line I have mentioned in the last one.
That's your BSc and MCA. So that is a first class, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 2012, and you have not mentioned 2012. And what is your BSc?
2009.
Pass out year?
2009.
That's it from my side, Ramo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Ramo.
Thank you. Thanks for your time. Bye.